Hey, Soul Fam. I've been trying to do this reading for hours, and the light in my side window just whites me out so you can't even see. So I've been doing other things, and I thought, well, I'll just try again, and I don't know why. So there's a message in that. I don't know why. What's the point? Every time I've tried, it hasn't worked. Well, it's working now. Hold on, let me turn the light on. Maybe that was just the message. Also, maybe things needed to cool down is the message. A lot of times, like with computers, if they get too hot, they'll shut themselves off. Hold on. Sorry. And I'm telling you, maybe that's what we need to do right now is shut ourselves off. Maybe that's my message. I'm thinking about that. Didn't mean to keep you waiting. Maybe that's what somebody's saying to you. Didn't mean to keep you waiting. I had to shut myself down. I had to shut off. I had to decompress. I had to cool off. I needed to recharge. I needed to get my shit together. Maybe that's what somebody's saying to you and to me. People have asked for me to work more with my new deck that isn't out yet. It's not published yet. I have these little tiny cards, and they're actually stickers, and I only have 28 of the cards, and I don't have the meanings, and I haven't memorized them all, even because what's interesting is I channel these messages, and somebody gave me, well, it was Archangel Michael that was supposed to come up, and it wasn't, it's not what you're expecting. And I wasn't expecting it because I didn't remember writing it. It was very intense, so I'm just like, wow. So what just came up for us right now as a collective is Raven magic, and there's a rainbow, and this one's plucking a blossom. So things have grown, some things have developed. Someone may be bringing you flowers. My raven, I'm called She Who Walks with Raven. My spiritual twin is the raven, and maybe there's a message for me, myself, and I, right? After a difficult time, there's a rainbow and there's an offer. It's not a big offer, but it's an offer of something. So I'm going to hold that to the side. That's not the message from my deck. My deck is it's super intuitive. It's pretty amazing. But the message is, every time I read this deck, even though I know what my messages are, like the regular channeled messages were for that card for that deck, when I read intuitively. I'm a seer. So what I see, I connect to at that moment. So it may change. Just because it's the same card, it might have a different meaning, depending on what spirit shows me. Correct for neutrality. But there's some very specific messages on my deck. Ooh. The cat. So look at this cat. This cat is knowledgeable as she sits on, or he sits on, a pile of books. Maybe telling you need to do some research. You need to book a flight. You need to book a hotel room. You need to book something. A car rental. I don't know. That's interesting. And look at the one book is kind of lifted a little bit. So I'm about to do some research on, I'm about to see if I still have, research doesn't have to be through a book online. It can literally be, well, actually online. I didn't say that before. I'm doing research online. It doesn't have to be through a book. So someone's peeking. Can you see that? It's just kind of lifted. So of all the books in the library, these are the two that have been, there's 3 books that have been pulled out. 3 things, 3 sources of knowledge that are valuable. I just heard I couldn't see the forest through the trees. I had to do some research. Maybe there was someone else involved. Somebody got in between and said that they had information for someone, and the information was inaccurate or untrue. And now this one's like, I need to do some research. I'm falling apart at my seams. Can't you see what's going on? No. Maybe you relied on the knowledge of someone else and not yourself, and Spirit's saying you need to do your own work. You need to do your own investigation. You need to do your own learning. You need to do your own... I just heard reconnaissance. What is that? Oh, I have a dimple right there. Yay! My mom had these great dimples, and I freaking loved them. I was so... Hers were really like this, though. like that, intense. Anyway, I saw a little one, made me happy. Okay, I got kicked out of that. So another message about cats is cats don't go to just anyone. They don't beg for your attention. They aren't going to sit down and do a trick for you. They're not. They're very independent. They're super intelligent. They go between the two worlds. I am Lair and I am a cat, and this is my tribe, and they're all around me. They can see dark energy. They can see spirits, good and bad. They clear all dark energy. They are freaking amazing. So these are self-charging crystal cats. I always call them the crystal cats. And so that's the energy of someone. And maybe you're supposed to not go begging. My dog literally, Raven. It's okay. Went and got a baby. She went and got a dog, like a toy to play with. That's so interesting. Cat's not going to go fetch, but she's like, I got to play with something. So cats are not really concerned about that. They'll go take a nap. So it's maybe cats are very languid. They're very relaxing. They know their boundaries. They're inquisitive. They're curious. They are very loving, but they do it on their terms. It's their choice. You're not going to make them do it. You're not going to guilt them into doing it like a dog. So messages in that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I haven't done a completely collective reading in forever, so I'm just going to do it this way. I'll ask for a couple more messages and just intuitively read them from my deck. Correct for neutrality. This is a deck created by myself. I wrote the deck, and my friend Zoe Zigdoff is the artist, and I love her work. I've only painted one painting that I've kept. I'm going to show it to you. I just figured out something this morning. I just made it into a placemat, but I painted this. This is me. I am the forest mermaiden, and that is my special bird coming. This is a, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's an osprey. It's very important. Anyway, I grew up on the mountain, on the river, in the forest. But this here, you can't see that this is just blue pool. Oh, I just realized that. I wondered why I didn't do a river or the ocean. Because Blue Pool was my favorite place. So this is me at 7. Anyway, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at Zoe's artwork and I'm thinking we're very similar. No wonder I loved it, right? Soul sister. So the next message is the praying mantis. And this guy he's doing what is it? The Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. Doot. So walking like an Egyptian, he's trying to find his balance. Right now he's trying to find his balance, and he's surrendering to the flow. He's camouflaging himself as well. Look at all the leaves all around him, and he's just in the middle. Oh, there was a message I got this morning, and I think I shared it yesterday. It was the leaf bug, which is funny because this isn't a leaf bug, but it's another insect totem. And I said, he's right there, and I didn't see him. Song right now, you're too sweet for me. I like my whiskey neat, my bed at 3, my coffee, I can't remember, my coffee black, and you're too sweet for me. That's who this guy is. He's going back and forth in his head too. Yeah, she's too sweet for me. She I like my whiskey neat. I like my coffee black. I don't go to bed at 3. I'm not awake before 10. Our lifestyles are so freaking different. Well, then why are you spending all this time writing about her? Why is the song all about her? So it could be him too, right? So let's not make it. Ooh, what are you? Archangel Jeremiel, the angel of review. She just flew out. So we're in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, and I always get hit hardest then. So basically, I figured out that my clients, everyone's going to fall apart. Well, they don't all, but generally, during Mercury retrograde, everyone has a problem, and I get called. So I have to have all my problems before Mercury retrograde, because while everyone else is losing their mind, I'm now calm because my stuff I've already gone through. So that may be you right now. You may be, like, I've had people calling me saying, is Mercury retrograde here? Like, are we in Mercury retrograde? No, you're in the shadow. And what's interesting is, for me, the people that are aware, are we in Mercury retrograde? They're awakened, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be saying that. Well, Mercury why can't I speak? It's because I'm channeling. When I channel, I stutter. So that's why we get it ahead of time. So there's another thing. So if you're an awakened one, you have a job. You have a job and you came here with a purpose, and once you know, you can't unknow, and you can't pretend like you didn't understand that you have a path that you're supposed to follow. So while everyone else is losing their mind, you're going to be calm, because right now during Mercury retrograde, pre-shadow period, you're going to be reviewing things. This is why Jeremiel is here. Jeremiel is the angel of review, and it's about reviewing the past. This is when people from your past come back. This is when thoughts of people from your past come back. This is when situations, opportunities even come back around. People are afraid a lot of the times for Mercury retrograde. Don't be afraid of Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is also a positive thing. It may cause chaos, because I've lost my Twitter account because I got locked out of it and they want me to make a new one. So I figured I'm not supposed to be on Twitter. That's fine. Never used it. Instagram's doing the same thing. And I'm noticing it's either just get offline so much, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Or they don't necessarily want me in those places for some reason, because I can't get in. And it's like, all right, I'm not going to fight it. There's a reason. So Jeremiel in review. So that what I'm talking about with that is devices are communication. It's planet communication. So devices will drop. Phones are having a time. Like I did a big long voice message and all of a sudden it went beep and it disappeared. And I'm like, seriously? Hello, Mercury. You know, that's the kind of stuff. Right now my car window won't go up and down. It'll come back after Mercury retrograde. My check engine light came on. It's gone now. It's just like, so those kind of things are going to happen. Annoying things. And so we have to learn how to stay calm during the annoying things, because other people are going to be affected by it after us. And if everybody's annoyed, it's going to be a huge problem. But if you can look at them and recognize, oh, that's what's going on. I know that just happened to me, so I totally get it. We have more compassion for it as well, because we just went through it, right? So that's maybe another message. Have more compassion. Also, Jeremiel is the angel of dreams. He will come to you. I said she and he. Isn't that interesting? Because they're androgynous. And I will speak to you in your dreams. Call me. Song right now. In this world, there's just us. It's not the same as it was. This guy that's going back and forth right now, he's just totally into her. He's totally loving her. Anyway, I'm going to... So it's the time for creation. This is Spiderwoman. And she is a goddess of creation. And it's telling you... Ooh, is someone stuck in their own sticky web? Oh my gosh. When first we practice to deceive, oh, what a sticky web we weave. When first we practice to deceive, somebody is stuck in their own web of deceit. Wow. Song right now, no one's coming to help. So Harry Styles is stuck in the web of his own deceit. Somebody said something or that wasn't true, or didn't say something, or no, they deceived someone in some way, allowed something else to be believed when they knew it wasn't that. Or someone has deliberately lied about something, and now because of that lie, I'm stuck in this web of deceit. Maybe that's why the praying mantis is trying the art of stillness and knowing when to strike. I needed to get enough information. Remember the cat sitting on the books? I needed to get enough information to prove what I thought was true. That's what I've been waiting for. Somebody caught me in this web, and I was stuck in this web of deceit, but I didn't realize that. I was so busy creating. So you may have been so consumed with your work that you didn't realize that you had been caught in a web of deceit. Because this person is saying, hey, Harry Styles, but he's talking about himself. What's holding you back? Gravity's holding me back. Gravity is not holding you back, dude. You're holding yourself back now because you have recognized somebody has caught you in a web of deceit. Did you catch yourself in a web of deceit? Did you fool yourself? Because he's saying, I can't move because gravity's holding me. And Spirit's saying, bullshit. You want to move? Move, dude. Stop doing the Egyptian walk and pick a direction and go there. This is fun. Correct neutrality on all levels. Hold on. So, my name is Sherry Columbus, and I am the Angel's Whisperer, and I am She Who Walks with Raven, and I am E.T. Angel. I am a spiritual cheerleader, and I have a new deck called the Spiritual Cheerleader Oracle, and it's coming out within the next couple of weeks. There will only be 3 first edition signed large boxed gift sets for $77. There's only 30. And then we'll just go to something less. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more. I have no idea. But they're first editions. There's only going to be 30 first editions. If I could help you with the private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. I was just going to say, you could just text me. I was going to give you my number. No. My email address is Sherry, SHERRI, COLUMBUS, Sherry Columbus at yahoo.com. I would be honored to work with you. These messages may apply to you all. They may not. Some of it may apply, and maybe that's just all the message it was. Maybe you're going to hear something, and then your friend's going to say something to you, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I know what's happening because I just heard it. Because Spirit gives us a glimpse, and because you're awake, you're going to understand, oh my God, it's happening. Okay, I'm very uncomfortable with my arms. I'm just laughing. This is a big deal. You have no idea. I am. It's loose down here. It's called age, right? It's also called I haven't been working out with hand weights. So I just went to move my arm. It's not a big deal, but I saw definition. And it's happened. There, do you see that right there? Look at that. It's happened. It's not a big deal. And it's not a lot at all, but I can see it. So there's your next message. Oh my goodness. Artemis. I am aligned with Artemis of the Forest because I am Welsh and she is Celtic. And she is saying, pull your arrow back and fire it at what your target is. Or she's saying, look, you pulled your arrow back and you shot and you got what you shot for. Wow, you got what you shot for. Maybe you don't know that yet, that you got what you shot for. Maybe you've applied at a job. Maybe you've asked for something. Well, from Spirit, you've asked for something of Spirit and you're getting it. Oh, Artemis of the Forest. She's a protector and defender of animals. She keeps the waterways clean. She's very, very concerned with the forest and with the land. She's also probably calling me because I was thinking I would take the girls and go down to Crescent Moon Ranch and go along the water. But it's too hot right now. I'll have to go right at the perfect time so I avoid mosquitoes and, yep, let them rip. Okay, correct for neutrality. Artemis. And Jeremiel. Oh, my goddess. Okay, who's the dreamers? So, Pisces energy. This is the dreamer, right? Aquarius energy is the dreamer. My dad, they call them the entrepreneurs, the dreamers. So you could be you could be on the cusp of Pisces and Aquarius. But right now, Jeremiel's coming back and it's happening for the dreamer. The dreamer may be connecting with you in your dream time. Whoever this is in your life, this energy. Hold on. This is fun doing it this way. Correct for neutrality. So I'm a seer. This is what this means. I read the pictures and I intuitively get the messages Spirit wants me to see, right? I also have I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, what's the other one? I never remember the other one. And I hear, I hear something wonderful right now. Remember the raven that's had the difficult time? It's the dreamer. So it's one and the same. It's one and the same. So the raven and the dreamer. And so what I was saying was, I don't need words, right? Sometimes it's the song on the radio. Sometimes it's an animal messenger because I'm a shaman. I work with the animal messenger. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's a thought. It's an intuitive because I'm psychic. I'm a psychic medium and I have audio messages from Spirit. So this is an example of how I read without any words, right? Okay, so the raven and the dreamer, whoever they might represent, they may represent you. They may represent someone in your life. What about them right now? A person was so focused on work, they got caught in a sticky web. I heard they were innocent. So what they didn't do, they didn't know. They didn't know what was happening. Someone has retreated. They've been in their cave. I'm a dragon. This is the year of the dragon. And I'm an Aries dragon. So I resonate with the dragon energy. You don't have to be an Aries dragon to be a dragon. You can have dragon energy. But this one has been inside this cave and has retreated and has grown and has developed wings to fly. This one didn't have wings to fly. Now they do. Wow. I'm going to just give you something really basic. Somebody might have taken a pilot's course and finally gotten their license. Or that might be something that you want to do, and this is a confirmation of doing it. But this one got their wings to fly. So it's kind of like, you know, maybe someone has passed and have gotten their wings and they're flying. But I feel as though more this one has retreated like the hermit, gone into the cave, and has grown and developed these wings. Maybe that's the courage. Maybe there was fear of flying. Maybe there was fear of moving somewhere, doing something, and they've earned their wings. So you earn your wings also. You get those little wings, you would earn them by doing something, by achieving something. So they may have earned their wings. They may have been able to do this because of growth now. And now they're sticking their head out, and there's the sun, and the sun makes everything grow. The sun is everything. So I'm going to clear the deck. We've been talking 21 minutes. I'm just going to get a couple and see what else comes in and call it a wrap. Out of these messages, somebody has gotten a very specific message. I'd love to hear your comments. I love it when people say, oh my God, you have no idea. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Happens all day long to me. I'm just like, whoa, seriously? Damn. Sometimes, you know, that's why when you get a message and you don't have it on paper to prove it, like a text or a visit, but you know. There's no doubt in your mind. You know that. You believe that. You trust that. You trust that. Don't let anybody talk you out of what you know. You just know it. And you don't have to prove it because Spirit's proven it. Someone lied. I just literally heard someone lied about your boy. Someone lied about your boy. Yeah. Athena. So Athena is the goddess of wisdom. And that trusty seer, she is the seer. She hears, she sees, she picks it up intuitively. She says, see past the illusion through the truth to the deception. I just saw this owl winking at me. So you may be dealing with another seer. Like, you know, right? We both know what's going on. It's asking you to trust in your intuitive wisdom. Don't allow other people to talk you out of what you know. And don't talk yourself out of it. This needs to develop. Oh, there it is right there. See it? It's kind of sexy when I actually see the definition. And I've never had great arms. Well, not for a while anyway. And I'm like, that's no excuse. It's time to get them back. It's taking forever. It's taking forever. And I'm using the right, like I don't use too heavy of weights when I do what I need to do. But it's taking forever. But I just noticed something, didn't I? And I'm like, oh my God, see right there? All that needs to tighten up. But it will. So I haven't been wearing my shirt without covering my arms. If I have arms exposed, I would wear like a little kimono because I'm not happy with the way my arms looked. But I used to say that all the time. And then I thought, well, then do something about it. If you don't like the way they look, do something about it. It's not that big of a deal. And you know what's the thing? It's not that big of a deal. It's just doing it. So it's like I can't stay at home and do an exercise thing on a video. There's no way to save my life. But my girlfriend I said, I need to do it. And Spirit kept saying, you need to stretch. You need to stretch. So my friend sent me a message today and she goes, hey, I'm teaching Pilates in the Safeway Plaza every Wednesday morning or Wednesday at 3:30 in the afternoon for $5. Want to come? And I'm like, yes, that's what Spirit said. That's what they said. You need to stretch is what they said. So I said, I need someone to help me make me do it, right? So I thought, all right, I'm going to put these hand weights right here at my desk. And when I'm not working, and even while I am, I'm going to do these hand weights. And eventually it's going to pay off. Now, so that may have something to do with anything that you're doing. Whatever you have your focus on or whatever is easily accessible or maybe whatever you're constantly being encouraged by someone, like something's being repeated to you again and again, do it, right? Spirit's like, how many times do we have to show you that number? Look up the meaning of that number. You're sitting there going, no one's ever given me, they don't answer my prayers. Look up the numbers, right? Look them up. You're being answered all day long, every day, with the animals that come to you, insects that land on you, birds that fly by. They are giving you specific details, specific time frames. Seriously, they give no psychic can compete with an animal messenger. I cannot compete with them. Because God, Spirit, Source sends them exactly, precisely, down to the second when they need to show up. Because once they deliver their message, they're gone, right? And if they came just a little bit before that thing happened, it wouldn't apply. But now that they showed up right there to say to you, hey, this is going to happen. They're not going to tell you after. They're telling you now, look, this is going to happen. So if you want to avoid problems, do this. This is coming. You should prepare for this. It's coming. You should prepare for this. It's coming. So I can see the striations. I just can't tell you that I'm exposing my arms to the public when I'm super shy about them. But it's because now I'm so excited that I'm seeing a little bit of change. I know they're going to get better. And that's showing you, I'm exposing myself to you. This is a big deal, you guys. Women do not like to show their flaws. As we get older, it's harder and harder to stay fit, you know? So, and our skin isn't going to be super elastic and supple and blah, blah, blah. But we can do what we have, do what we can with what we've got. So I'm getting better. I've seen 80-year-old women with ripped arms. So I'm sharing with you. So that could have to do with anything. It doesn't have to do with, it could have to do with a relationship. I'm not good at relationships. I suck. Well, then start working on it. Start working on it. Start noticing. What can I do? Start listening, right? Well, you're not going to be great right away because maybe you've never been in relationships. Maybe you've been someone that just really wasn't a relationship person. Are you willing to work on it? Then eventually, you know, it'll work for you. Whatever we want to put our attention on. Whatever it is, I've been waiting forever for the love of my life. Forever. It is, because we've been together through lifetimes. And it's like, I'm done waiting. Right? I'm done waiting. So sometimes the waiting on our end has to do with us. Like me not having the confidence to show my arms in public without being covered. That's my hang up. Maybe the person in my life that's mirroring my life has a hang up of their own. And if I can't expect myself to get over my hang up, how can I expect that person to? So we're at an impasse. Maybe we are the praying mantis, you know, not knowing when to strike. The time is now. Spirit says the time is now. Take your shirt off and wear it right now. It doesn't look as bad for some reason as it does to me. Maybe it's just me. I'm going to say something, you guys. This is so true, and it's heartbreaking. I think I have body dysmorphia. No, there. See, it's loose right there. It's loose right there. But it doesn't look bad. And you know, it's like, keep your arms down then. This is loose. I'll get it tight. Oh my God. The fact that I'm on camera doing this, and I'm not making this all about me, because you know that there's an insecurity that you have about something that you think needs to be perfect. Or maybe I'm a monkey. I climbed trees like you wouldn't believe. I scaled the side of mountains. But now I'm 60. I don't scale the side of mountains the way I used to, and I'm not supposed to. Because I think to myself, I am healthy, but as I get older, I need to be smarter with my body. When we're young and resilient and bounce back, maybe we're not that smart with our body, which is dumb, because if we were good with our body the whole time, we'd be in the shape that I'm actually in. As far as climbing, I can do like, I put young people to shame all the time. But what I'm saying is, I'm not taking chances with my body. I respect my body. So I now know what my limits are. So that has to do with life, right? Everything about our lives is teaching us something. So if you've got some insecurity that your spirit's saying, look, you know what, you need to work on this. This is a problem for you. This is, you know, you're never going to be able to truly love someone if you don't truly love yourself. So you need to work on this. And that's what's happening on the other side, and neither one of them are doing it. Then, but if you're connected to somebody energetically, when you start working on your stuff and you start lifting your vibe raises higher and higher. When you're connected to someone, they're coming up too. It's not our job to pull them up, but they are affected by our vibration. Show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. I've been getting that message really too lately a lot. Be careful of your associations. Be careful of people who befriend to network. Right? They're not really in it because you're their friend. They're in it because they can use you for something. So be careful of that. Wow, I'm segueing all over the place and I completely lost where I was going with that last message because this is now super loud. This is a time during this pre-season and going into Mercury retrograde when, and you just have to flow with me because when I channel. So, we're going into Mercury retrograde. We're in the pre-shadow period. And this is a time when we have the ability, because people come back around, situations come back around, thoughts about certain situations come back around, and there are opportunities given and doors that Spirit is opening just for a time to allow us to return to something. We want to redo it. Maybe, so would be a time for mending fences with people. This would be the time for cutting away old networks that no longer work for you. Mercury retrograde. My Instagram's gone. I mean, I can't access it on my computer, but it's off of my phone. I can't even get it back on my phone. Twitter just closed out on me completely. So I'm like, all right, goodbye. Don't really use it. Don't really care about it. I only did it for my work, but it's a lot of work. So if Spirit says, let it go, I'm good with letting it go. So cut off old dead cobweb connections, right? It's time to make new connections. Maybe you need to strengthen connections that you already have. And it's time and maybe that you reconsider altogether. This is a time, Jeremiel says, Archangel Jeremiel, when she came out, said this is a time when you need to review everything in your life right now. And what is important to you, what's working for you, what's not, right? It's time for review. And if you don't like the way things are going in your life, you need to do something about it. It's nobody else's job to do your work. One more? Wow, this is a long reading. Maybe I should get off. I think I will. It's too long. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed it.